So number one, they were both teachers, and number two, they were both mothers. Two of probably the hardest jobs on the planet, but also two of probably the most rewarding jobs. I'm sure if you talk with any mother or any teacher, they'll tell you that. And three, their example of faith. When I was in like middle school, they were the ones that got together and were like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's time we should start going to church. He needs examples of good Christian men. And so they talked to my grandpa, and they was like, all right, yeah, let's go to church. So if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have started going to church. You know, my grandma, I mean, she did lots of little things in the church, just quietly, without expecting to get anything in return. If SACA put out the call for something, you know, boom, she's there with whatever it was. If there was a baby shower or a wedding at the church or a funeral, I mean, she was there with a gift or a card or whatever, and she just didn't matter who it was, she just did it. There was a caregiver that worked for her, helping take care of my mom, and she really kind of took her under her wing and helped her get her GED. She helped me to learn how to read too. It was like every day after school we'd read out loud. Didn't matter what it was. You know, there were a lot of lessons in the car. Like wherever we're going, when she was always like, we always had driveway moments sort of thing, you know. She'd be busy talking and going on, and we get to wherever we were going, and we might have to sit there for 5 or 10 minutes to finish up what we were talking about. Those were special. You know, her and my grandma, they would come to my school and they would read to the kids and stuff. And all the kids really liked my mom because she had her power chair, and they all liked to ride on the power chair. You know, you look at my mom, and here's a woman that, you know, beautiful young woman and sharp as a tack and cut down at the prime of her life. You know, I go back to Pastor Leah's sermon on 4th of July where she was using her as an example of faith, you know, because she had to completely rely on other people to help her do, you know, daily things that you and I might take for granted. So that really stands out to me as an example of sainthood, or whatever you want to word. So maybe today you go home and you call up your mom and you tell her you love her, and maybe you write a letter to that special teacher that like really inspired you and say like, man, you really inspired me and I am who I am today because of you. Maybe that's something you can do this week.